This is exactly what we wanted to see as the Phoenix Suns bounce back after losing to the Atlanta Hawks and getting their three-game winning home streak snapped as they continue on this road trip and get a big-time W with key impacts from guys like Grayson Allen off the bench and Ryan Dunn tying his career high. And this is really, really great for this Suns team. But overall, at the end of the game, it gets a little scary and there's still more moves to be made. So what will the Suns ultimately do? We're going to be diving in and breaking down all of that and more on this episode of Suns Digest. I'm Bruce Velez, and you guys have been absolutely fantastic. You guys came out and popped out at the stream tonight, which was fantastic as well. And like I said, if you guys want to make sure you stay up to date on everything with this Suns team, make sure to hit the subscribe button, come through for the lives, make sure to get updates on post games. Make sure you get trade updates, trade rumors, and going over Suns players. But like I said, in this video, we're going to be breaking down the post game. So let me know what your thoughts were in tonight's contest. But without further ado, let's dive in and make sure to grab that snack. And like I said, this was nice to see as we saw the Phoenix Suns bounce back once again from losing to the Atlanta Hawks, starting on this road trip, getting on a rough start after winning 3 at home and beating this Washington Wizards team. And if you look at the scoreboard, yes, it did get close, but the Suns took control of business for a majority of this game if we want to look at it. If we dive in and see this, it was 130 to 123 Phoenix tonight. And like I mentioned, the Wizards were able to come back late in that fourth quarter, with the Suns struggling to handle the ball with some turnovers and allowing the Wizards to almost get 30 points combined off of points off turnovers. The Suns also struggled with points in the paint, but were able to keep their shots up in field goal percentage and three-point percentage to really give them a flow. And that's what put the Suns really ahead in this game. The Suns, for a majority of this contest, like I mentioned, were dominant. They had a 20-point lead at most points of the second and third quarter and were in complete control. We saw Bol get thrown in the mix, get in some early minutes here for the Suns in the fourth quarter. Then the Suns went to close it out with the starters and ultimately played some lackadaisical defense, had some bad turnovers, were missing some free throws, and the Wizards were able to climb back. But ultimately, the Suns were able to get the job done, and that's what matters. And we saw Devin Booker once again really step up as the star he is after a lot of people were hating on him at the beginning of the season for a little bit of a slow start with Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal out. He is now in his flow. 13 for 15 from the free throw line, which is the big stat to look at. 5 rebounds over on the night. Was 37 points and was able to be an impactful player for this Suns team as a star, alongside Kevin Durant, who shot 50% from the field and also was an impactful player as well. But the two guys that really stood out for the Suns tonight were not stars, and that was Grayson Allen and Ryan Dunn. As Grayson Allen has been really, really great, getting his season high just a couple nights ago, but then again, now getting another 21-point night. 5 threes for the man, Grayson, stepping up and being big and shooting lights out for this team. And Ryan Dunn tying his career high at 18 points, 8 for 12 from the field, 2 for 3 from three-point range with 11 rebounds, 1 block, 1 assist. That's what you love to see out of our rookie. And I'm very, very happy for how this Suns team played in the beginning of this game as well. We really saw guys like Ryan Dunn take command on the defensive side, and we saw Devin Booker and Kevin Durant get off to a hot early start and really take command for the Suns, which is what we need to see happen for some of these weaker opponents. Versus teams like the Wizards, on this weaker Eastern Conference road trip the Suns are on, the stars need to come alive. The Wizards don't have any stars. If we want to look at who played good for the Wizards tonight, we can obviously see they had a couple of guys play good. Keyshawn George was very good off the bench, but they kind of spread their wealth out tonight. Unfortunately, they did have some inconsistencies. Alex Sarr was scoring for them in the paint consistently a lot versus us. Corey Kispert shot pretty decent as well, even if he didn't make a three. But ultimately, the Wizards don't have anybody. Kyle Kuzma, Jordan Poole might be their best player by name value, by like actual value of their squad. They don't have any big star compared to Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. So with the Suns having both of those guys, like I said, getting early, ready to go. Booker had the first 5 points of the game. After Booker was able to do that, he was able to then share the wealth with KD as they both were on a roll. The Suns, I believe, to open the game were on a 15-2 run at one point, which was absolutely insane to see. And that's what you want to do for some of these weaker opponents. And they had that 20-point lead. We're experimenting, having some fun. Fourth quarter, like I mentioned, had some problems that they ran into, but ultimately they were able to prevail and come away with it. And that's exactly what we wanted to see. That's exactly what we said in the live stream before we got into the game. Right before it, we were screaming, all we want to see is the Suns come out and secure a victory. No Nick Richards, no Yusuf Nurkic, no center, but you want to get on a good front. The Wizards are a bottom of the barrel team, worse than the Atlanta Hawks and worse than the Charlotte Hornets teams that you've lost to in the past. So you need to be able to take care of business tonight. And the Phoenix Suns were able to do that in successful fashion. And like I said, with doing this, I think it still puts on the Suns to make more moves. So let me know what you think down below in the comment section. But like I just said, kind of leading into the next, there's still more to be done. The Suns had a little bit of a collapse here, still having some lapses and stuff like that. It's clear that the Suns need some help still on the defensive side, and they need some help in um, securing that as well. And I don't necessarily know if that's a guy in Jimmy Butler. I don't necessarily know what this really entails for the Phoenix Suns. But ultimately, Ryan Dunn being that aggressive defender is really nice versus a Washington Wizards team. But you can't allow these types of comebacks, can't allow these types of things to happen, defensive lapses, stuff like that to happen versus some of the top tier teams. And if you get a big blowout versus them, and then they start to come back, they might be actually able to finish the job. So for the Phoenix Suns, they got to work on that, try to figure out try to figure out how to overcome that, possibly get some new more people into the room as well. Nick Richards, Yusuf Nurkic, I think will be solid. We did see an update from Evan Cedery, courtesy of Gambo, but we did see that the Suns do plan to bring back Yusuf Nurkic because Yusuf Nurkic doesn't have any trade value. So ultimately, we'll kind of look into that a little bit, kind of figure out how that works for this Phoenix Suns team. But I want to know your thoughts. So let me know down below in the comment section. Do you think the Suns still need some more pieces around the roster? And how do you feel about this big win, like I said, versus the Washington Wizards? I know it's the Washington Wizards, but at least the Suns were able to take care of business, get a victory, get back to even strength here, not be under 500, and can look to be going to continue on this win streak now on the road in these next couple of games. They got the Pistons on Saturday. Unfortunately, I'm busy Saturday, so I will not be able to do a video or a post game for you guys, but I will have some stuff coming out tomorrow regarding to some news that does drop. So if you want to make sure you stay up to date on everything, like we said, make sure to hit the like button, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and let us know how you feel down below in the comment section. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great rest of your night, and go Phoenix Suns. Peace out, everyone.